morning and welcome to WFMS. We're getting the news out to you. Mrs. Empson, students, staff, who has it better than us?
Nobody.
Nobody, that's right. Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, March 25th. Take a look at that falcon perched on that tree limb. A-Day students, we'll see you on Zoom. B-Day students, you're checking your attendance. You're checking your email. You're going to Canvas pages. You're going to Google Classroom. You're doing all your work. You're doing all those good things that will make you a successful student today and every day. March 25th. All right. Talk to me about this welcoming ritual, Mrs. Empson.
Today's welcoming ritual says, think about what responsible student behavior would be helpful in your school or home. For example, cleaning up after lunch, keeping surfaces clean and doodle-free, and wearing your mask properly. Make a list of responsible student behaviors at home or school. That's a good one. I know some kids who live in my house who need to make one of those lists, Mr. Davis.
Got two at home that need to be talked about often to make sure that their area is it's organized so they don't come back at the beginning of their next school day. I think that would be a really good one, making sure your spot that you're working at is ready to go.
Definitely.
All right. Think about that today. Take a look. We've got some important dates today and Wednesday and Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We've got virtual tutoring that goes from 3 to 4. Thursday, we've got a girls basketball game versus Lincoln Magnet. That's at 4:30. And then Thursday, we have art after hours. You'll need to make sure you sign up at the door. That goes from 1:45 to 2:45. April 2nd and 5th. Those are the days that are around Easter. We got a little break. There's no school on April 2nd, April 5th. And again, we want to give a shout out to that bouncing peep. It's a very happy peep. All right, Mrs. Empson, please talk to us about Falcons Never Flying Alone.
Okay, Mr. Davis and Falcon students and staff, we have one of our very own Falcons, Mrs. Anselm, and she needs our support right now. A couple of weeks ago, Mrs. Anselm was diagnosed with a kind of leukemia called AML, and she is up in the hospital at Northwestern University in Chicago. And she, you know what, Mr. Davis, she's getting the best treatment. Those doctors up there are experts. And the good news is that her kind of leukemia is treatable. But the bad news is that it's a tough fight. So she's got a long road ahead of her of treatments and maybe blood transfusions and other kinds of medical stuff going on. And we can't really do much about that. But we can do something to show our support for her and to just let her know how much we love her and we're thinking about her. And what we've decided to do, Mr. Davis, is to sell these t-shirt bundles. Okay, so you'll see there you've got an awesome looking t-shirt that was designed by Mrs. Anselm's daughter, Peyton, and my son, Seth. And it says, Falcons never fly alone. And we love that saying because we want her to know that we are all behind her and that we have her back. And then it says Team Anselm on the sleeve. It's orange because orange is the awareness color for leukemia research. And also with this bundle, you can get a bracelet that says Team Anselm on it. And look at those awesome stickers. Mrs. Bretz is making those for us. She has a fancy machine that she uses to make these really cool stickers. And those could go on your phone or on a water bottle. They're just really cool. They go anywhere you want. So you might be thinking, how can I get one of these bundles? You can, starting today, go to our Franklin website. And this, see there at the bottom there, it says click here to get your Team Anselm gear. You can go to the announcements and click there, or there'll be a blurb probably on the homepage of our website that you can click and you'll go there and fill out a Google form that says what size t-shirt you want, and you put your name and your phone number and all that information. And then we will order you your very own Falcons Never Fly Alone bundle. They are $25 for the whole thing. And the coolest part, Mr. Davis, is that almost 75–80% of that $25 is going to go right to Mrs. Anselm and her family because they were going to have some medical bills, and her husband and her daughter are traveling back and forth to make sure they can spend time with her and be there to support her. So we just want to do whatever we can to support them financially, and we'll be able to wear our Team Anselm gear and show her how much we love her. So if you have any questions about that, you can come talk to me. or Mrs. McDonald or Miss Chiquino. There's pretty much any of your teachers are going to be able to help you out if you need some help finding out how to get your very own Team Anselm gear.
Yeah, and we know that Mrs. Anselm's in our thoughts, and she is in great spirits. And I want to thank you, Mrs. Empson, amongst many others that have put this together. And we're going to fight right alongside Mrs. Anselm. So Falcons do indeed never fly alone. Okay, all right. Switching gears a little bit. All right, we've got some construction that's going to be starting, and it's going to be starting on March 29th. Now, this is going to shut down the East Drive. That's where all the car riders come up. It's that door, the cafeteria door is going to be shut down. So if your student is a car rider, the morning drop-off area and drive-up is going to be moved to the west side of the school, and you're going to come up the main entrance drive. Okay, now you can always be dropped off on the school side anywhere and walk up. Sixth graders, you're going to still come in the doors by the gym. Seventh and eighth graders, you're going to be coming in the main entrance. Okay, breakfast pickup for students who are coming and picking up breakfast and lunch. That's going to take place between 8:30 and 10 like it always is, but you won't pull up by the cafeteria. You'll pull up underneath the awning of the main entrance. And then students at dismissal time, the buses are going to line up just on Outer Park. There will be no buses on the playground area. There will be no buses up Cherry Hills Road. They'll be lined up in numerical order starting at the corner of Franklin and going quite a ways down Outer Park. And we'll have plenty of adults starting on Tuesday, March 30th to help you figure that out. So parents, if you have any questions about it, you can let us know and we will help you as much as we can. And we're looking forward to it. This is a long time coming, so it's very exciting. It's going to be a little bit of a disruption for the remainder of this school year. And we're going to work through it, and exciting to have construction starting Monday, March 29th. All right.
Yep. I went to school at Franklin in 1992, maybe, and it still pretty much looks the same. So it's definitely time for an upgrade. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, hybrid students, when you come to school, you have to wear your mask and you have to wear it right. Okay, anytime you come into the building, you've got that mask on. It's covering your mouth and your nose, not your chin, not your eyeballs, right here. You can take it off when you're eating breakfast or lunch, and you can take it off when you're outside at recess. Just remember to keep your distance. Anytime you line up, when you're at your locker, when you go to the restroom, make sure you have that mask on. And if you need a mask, or if something goes wrong with your mask, if one of the straps breaks, just see one of your teachers or administrators. Any staff member can help you find a new mask.
All right, and I want to talk a little bit about the hallway expectations. So we're doing a good job staying on the right. Okay, we got those arrows to remind us of that. And we need to do a little bit better job, very honestly, of making sure we put some distance between us. Now, each of the squares on the floor is 1 foot. So if you can keep 1 or 2 of those squares in between you and your friends as you're lining up, if you can put an arm's length of distance while you're waiting to come in from lunch, that is excellent. We want to make sure that students are refraining from physical contact. So we know that's really hard, especially at lunch recess. We've got to keep our hands to ourselves. You can take your masks off while you're eating, and you can take your mask off at lunch recess, but you have to maintain 6 foot social distance. Okay, so we need for people in the hallways to stay socially distanced. And then when you're in your lockers, we need you to be quick and efficient, meaning we're not hanging out at somebody else's locker waiting to go to the next class. We're not hanging out at somebody else's locker waiting to go down to lunch. So being quick and efficient, getting in and out and getting to class. And then just a reminder, students can go to lockers before school, before and after their lunch shift, and after school. So we're going to be talking about these as a reminder. We're doing a pretty good job. We're doing a pretty good job. I think we can do a little bit better job. It's a mitigation. It's going to help us keep our buildings safe, keep our students safe and healthy. And that's what we want to do. All right, I got to go backwards, Ms. Simpson. Hey, do you need a water bottle? Look how happy I was with this Falcon water bottle. See that water bottle? We're going to be selling those for $2. We have students that want to buy a water bottle. We got one for you. It's BPA free, made in the United States. It's got a good cap. It's got a good lid. Fill it up at any number one of the stations. our 3 water filling stations, and it's got the green and black. It's really cool. We're selling those. If you're interested, come on by the main office and we will sell you one. All right. And on to track. We've got track tryouts March 30th and March 31st. That's Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Here's the deal. You have to be eligible. That means you had to have passed 4 of 6 classes first semester. You have to be passing all your classes third quarter and passing your classes currently. You got to have a physical. You've got to figure out and sign and complete the athletic card. And there's a signed eligibility contract. And if you have any questions about track, okay, you can ask Miss Greco. If you have questions about the physical, the athletic card, you can find out that information in the main office. And there's a sign up in the main lobby on the window. Talk to me about Scholastic Bowl questions, Miss Simpson.
All right, so this one is a social studies question.
Ooh.
It says, name this inspirational American. She won the Congressional Gold Medal for being arrested after refusing to give up her bus seat. Think you know the answer? Share it coming up soon.
All right, we've got a good context clue. We've got a picture. All right. And on to the emoji quiz. Can you guess the movie by the emojis? Shout out Countess. Shout out to Countess. She is awesome at the emojis, and I am terrible at the emojis. Dog, spaghetti, dog. Are those people kissing? I think I know this one.
They're smooching.
All right. Dog, spaghetti, dog. I think I know this one. Do you know this one, Mrs. Simpson?
I definitely do.
Okay, don't say it. We'll find out at the end.
All right, word of the day today. It's one of your favorite V words, Mr. Davis. Vigilant. Vigilant, and it means carefully observant or attentive. Because there are so many scammers out there, banks are vigilant about verifying that you are who you say you are. It's
Yep,
good to be vigilant.
Got to be vigilant out in the hallways. Got to be vigilant on the playground. Got to have your head on a swivel. Got to be carefully observant and attentive. Very good. That's a V word. We're making our way through the alphabet. All right, take a look here. On this day in history, Sir Roger Bannister, the first man to run the mile in less than 4 minutes. Everybody had been 4+ minutes, and all of a sudden he busts out in under 4 minutes. And Bannister, which many people do not know, was a neurologist who set a British record in the 1,500 meters and finished 4th place in the 1952 Olympics in Helsinki, the first one to break 4-minute mile. There's tons of people that do it now. It's commonplace. Mrs. Simpson and I, we're running sub-4s all the time. 4 hours. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a big deal. That happened all the way back March 25th, 1929. Whoop.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can get this. Nothing tops a plain pizza.
You know what tops a plain pizza?
Not this joke.
Not this joke. Not very funny.
Mm-mm.
All right. And we've got some lyrics. Can you name this song? I want to hold your hand to show you I'll be there. I like to do the things that let you know I care. Do you know that song? I am seeing Mrs. Empson like almost wanting to sing it.
It's right there. It's right there. This.
Okay.
Do you know this one? You gotta go back a ways. Think like when we were junior high-ish age.
It's not on the tip of the tongue right now. We will find that out here shortly.
Oh, weather forecast. Oh, look, I was distracted by the birds.
Oh.
All right. Today we got a high of 58 degrees, and I don't really like that rain. But tomorrow looks like some sun, so we'll take it.
All right. Nothing we can do about it. We got to accept it. And those are 2 beautiful birds. They're very mesmerizing. No birthdays today, anybody? Nope. Nobody at FMS was born today. All right. Take a look here. That context clue, we had that picture. That was Rosa Parks. And the trivia where we had person, spaghetti, person, or dog, person, dog, spaghetti, dog, person kissing. That's
Yeah.
Lady and the Tramp. That iconic scene of the 2 dogs, the spaghetti. Yeah,
Slurp to the middle.
yeah, and take a look at that dog. Now that's funny. All right. As we prepare for productive day, let us observe a moment of silence. Now let us rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, but before we get into this, I'd like to say thank you to Mrs. Empson. She
You
didn't
know
know.
it now. You know this song now.
All for Love by Color Me Bad.
Oldie but a
And
goodie.
look at who is joined Color Me Bad.
That's
Mrs.
like, oh,
Empson.
I have to put that in a frame.
Yep, look at that. I can remember back and thinking, oh, how cool Color Me Bad is. And I had a pair of bibs too, and I only one strapped it.
Oh, of course.
That guy's two strapping it. He can pull off two straps. I couldn't do two straps because it was too tight. Anyways, I digress. Franklin Middle School staff, students, we want to say thank you to Mrs. Simpson for helping us on announcements. We want everybody to have a fantastic day. And remember,
it's all about choices.
Read, write, respond at Franklin Middle School.
It's our focus.